Okay. Now, he steps and punches to me. And I drive the technique here. I drive it pretty close. Now, from this action here, I hit him this way. Watch my hand. 1, 2. This comes up underneath here, and this comes with a clip here, like this. I pull my body to the side here. I hit 2. 1, and then I turn here, and there's the throw. Now, I don't want you throwing it here, but let me point this out to you about throwing, and I'll use Mike on this. When I'm throwing and I grab to stay around from here, your jiu-jitsu, I see this. I see a pulling action, and it's not correct. The hand sits here. You push with the shoulder. You pull this down enough to the body here. See his hand? Here, grab hold of my belt. Now, I literally can throw him by pushing. I don't have to pull on anything. So I want to hold his hand down low, and I want to push him. See, so when I'm coming around to a throw, is your shoulder all right? I come around, I'm literally hitting like that. Now, you understand? So when he, from here, it's 1, 2, 3, and the knuckles are this way. The little clips. You see, short, clipping, 1, 2. Pull your body here, and a real fast roundhouse kick, 1, 2, and then bring your body around, and you're in the pushing. Now, if you don't throw, you hold his hand, and push just a little bit so you feel it. Okay, now, the problem is, when you push, if you don't pinch here, you'll come down on the elbow. So you want to push with your elbow, shoulder point here, right in under his armpit. You see, and to avoid sliding off, you raise your hand like this. Now, it looks, for all the world, like you gripped him, but you haven't. You've just done this way. And then as I'm moving, you see, I push him. I'm just pushing with my shoulder. And that's been one of the mistakes in our throwing. So now let's see you demonstrate with him. You're with the, no. No. No, like this, watch. I'll use your body. Okay, this punch come over here. Mike, come over. My punch comes up from here. It's a shovel hook. It's just like this. Then this comes down like this. So I'm going, you feel it? It's different. So this is like this, and then 1 clip, and then 2, and around, okay? Try it again. No. Again. I didn't think you saw it. Now, I'll do it once more so you see it, then I'll let you train it. 1, 2, 3. I'm hitting 1, 2, and I shift. See? So when I hit, this hand is coming. This is a shovel hook, straight up. See, 1, 2, and then I'm moving back 2. This hand's hitting this way, like that. And I pull my back foot, 1, 2, and then move. Okay? Okay, get your partner in training. You're with Dr. Harrell. He knows this. Okay? Watch Larry do this, and I'll just pick out the bad points on this for you a little bit. Watch again, Larry. Watch. No. Yeah. See, when you're blocking 1, 1, 2. This is essentially pushing yourself away from the technique. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? So don't get fixed. Remember, so I'm going like this. I block 1, 2, then I shift and kick. Okay. Have you ever seen that before, Larry? That's Kung Sun Goon, if you haven't noticed it. 1, 2. That's right. That's Kung Sun Goon. If you guys train together, that ain't gonna work. I'll use your bag. When he attacks me, see, and he attacks, I'm standing here. Hey, 1, 2. You see, 1, 2. Then I move because these are actually hits. 1, 2, 2. So these aren't 1, 2. These are both clips. They're real fast. Boom, boom, boom. Okay? So don't get set. Boom, boom. Don't get set. There's nothing. These are boom, boom. Okay? The attacks. I catch from here. 1, 2. Now my action should be here. I should be this angle. So that when I kick and I move my foot down, I'm here. You're almost right off too far this way. You got to move this way with the technique. So you move to the center. Okay? Yeah, and both feet come back. That's right. Keep your feet close together as you can. Don't bend. Just keep your hand like that and throwing. That's right. Yeah, keep your hand by your ear when you throw. pull down on the arm this way, you'll lose part of the throw. Just keep it here. See, just keep it up as high as you can. If you pull with the arm, you hurt your arm too, so push with your shoulder. Keep your arm like this, Mike, and it will slide off. Okay, watch, she's practicing a little bit. Watch the technique, watch. Just like that. So come here and do it and take him all the way to the floor. I'm not going to throw him hard, but just drop him all over. Make sure the punches are crisp and snappy. Stomp him in. That's right, just like that. Do it once more and faster. Make sure that kicks faster. Just go boom, like that, you're gone. Do it again. No, like this. Relax, okay? You can stand. You don't have to get so deep either. Stand here like this. And then haul off and nail him. Or whatever. Okay. Okay, so now that's it. So now you turn with him. Okay, be careful of your shoulder, right? Okay, go ahead. Everybody training. Continue training. This one right here. Watch this. Now, do the same thing. Watch it. Do it by pieces. Do it by pieces. No, you're going to punch. That's right. Go ahead. No, you go ahead. Block. 1, 2. 2 punches. Now your foot's there. Now, put your foot here. Right from here. 1, 2. Jump. Make your kick. Faster. Get your foot on and jump. Make the kick. 1, 2. Now throw. Now jump in and throw. No, you don't have to put your foot. Bring your foot back and put it down and think about it. The minute you put your foot down and throw. 1. No, you get into it. When the minute you kick and this foot's here, you should be turned. See, when this foot goes in from here, 1, 2, it should be turned. You don't have to place. 1, 2, boom. You understand? You're here. 1, you say you're here. 1, 2, boom. 3 times. Just jump. No, they're supposed to be behind. Their feet are like this when you throw that. See, now you put your feet together. Go. No, go right away. Don't haggle. What are you picking him up for? Kick him right to the floor. Go ahead. You won't hurt him on the floor because this is not a hard throw. But you tried to pick him up. And what you want to do is bring him on your back and turn him. But that's all right. You see the action again? Why once more? Go. Yeah. Now the punches weren't right. You see? The punches. Now the punches are this way. Watch. 1, 2. They're just like boom, boom. They're clipping. These aren't really deep punches. They're clips. There's a shovel hook and another rib breaker. They're real short techniques. 1, 2. They're short and hard. They don't go to extent. They use the waist for the power instead of the hips. Okay, again, another. I mean, see, there's no fooling around. Bingo, right off the floor. And he could actually jump faster for the front kick. But as you become very agile, you'll shift there. And whether it's a shift or a jump, I don't know. But it becomes very, very fast. Even Bob told me the big guys are moving like bullets on it now. This is your first time, so I don't expect a speed. But make sure the placement is there. Don't be too cautious about it. You're from here, 1, 2 for the throw. Because that jump and landing is what sends him. Otherwise, you have to sit there laboriously, pick the guy up and drop him. And in the meantime, the guy just reaches over your head and grabs hold of your face, and you can't do anything. So this requires that kind of action. Back again. And, Phil, I have you. There's different ways to do these. But in effect, when he's punching to my face, 1, I hit like this. My hand returning to the norm in front of me. It's like 1, 2, and I hit 2. And then I hit 1. And from here, my body's down. And from here, I'm rising up 2. Now, from this one here, I hit it 3, I take the head and I crank it. It's a real simple technique. Larry, come here. I'm sure you love these things. I gotta be careful. I'm more than Mike, so I'm not crushing. 1, 2. See? 1, 2. Now, 1, and he's done. That's not funny. Now I'll do it again very slowly. 1 from here. 1, 2, 3. I'm down. My body rises. 1. I hit for, no, I'm not done. Okay, I hit from here on the inside of the leg here. 1, 2, dropping his body. The hand comes over, and I have his head in this fashion, right here. You see? It's called a neck crank. If I drops down here, it's a Dr. Jim A, but this is a neck crank. And this is not funny. Okay. You know what? You're saying it? Oh, we'll work with it. Go. 2, 3. Now, see, my body's down. Watch me drive up into it. 1. Now, from here, watch my knee. 1, 2. I double it. Now, watch the hand. The hand is straight, just like this. That's terrible, isn't it? If I bring it across his face, see, look, I'm just here. Better to grab here. Yeah. Be careful about that neck crank, though. It really hurts the neck. And your neck is all right now? You sure? Careful, don't get hurt in that neck. 1, 2. It's not here. I don't lay on the arm. 1, 2. Boom. Now my body's dropped. I'll move out of the way. I'm standing like this. 1, 1, 2, 3. Now I pop up. 1. I shuffle. I hit him, and then bring the arm around. But I'm definitely after I hit 1, 2, then I drop my body, just like I'm knife fighting. Drop my body and come back up again. 1, 2 is in that action. That's why when I drop from 1, 2 like this one, boom, boom. Now you can feel it. See, I got right there. Now I shuffle and I hit, and if he doesn't lean over again, if he keeps going backwards, well, we'll do something else. There's a million things we can do from here. But I'm going to hit him here, and we're going to assume that he goes forward. If he doesn't go forward, he stays here, then I'll hit him right here and take his head around the same way again. But for right now, I want you to move your head around. Yeah, but make sure you get a good one of these. This has to come up. Even if you hit like this, Mike. You don't have to grab his neck, but see, that's part of the technique. Because if you do like this, it has to be. That's what you're doing. No, that's wrong. The hand, boom. Even though if you broke it in 2 pieces, it would look like this. Watch. 1. Yeah. How you guys doing down here, Louie? I want to watch you. What are you doing? Let's see it. Yeah, but then see when you hit on the knee, watch. You're okay on this, but remember the hand is. You're hitting that damn leg. He's taking a stance here. I'm hitting that like this way, and that drops his head. Yeah, knock the shit out of you. It really does. That's the idea of the thing. Okay, wait a minute now. Watch. Louis, come up here, will you? Louis or Louis? Watch. Now I'm going to go with him. Say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now watch where I hit his leg. You don't need to cooperate. 1, 2. I knocked that leg completely out of there. You're not hitting on the groin. You're taking that leg out so it drops his body. You're hitting him right here at the hip level. Okay? You don't care about the groin because if you hit somebody in the groin, sometimes it works, sometimes it does not. Depends whether they've been on drugs or not, right? You move the leg sideways. You want that neck. Okay? Continue. And then I'm using the thumb as a lever. Only the one thumb. My hand's here and only the one thumb. That's why the thumb is so important. This action here. It's terrible, actually. Particularly if a guy really wants to get it, because they used to take a pencil and stick it like that. You know, take something in your hand and get it with your wire. You know, a little short stick, stub sticking out of your finger. The guy go like this. Watch. He attacks me. 1, 2. Now watch. Boom. See my foot shift from here? 1, 2. When I'm up here and I'm on an angle. No, shift his foot. Shift his foot when you punch. Shift it sideways. That's it, see? Yeah. You got to shift sideways. Okay, now the biggest mistake that I can see done here now is that when you make this technique, and I'll use Larry, use you. So Bob, come here, I'll use you. Come here. So when Bob, say for example, punches for me. 1, 2, boom, boom. Now when I'm hitting, I shift the foot this way. So when I drop, I'm here. You guys are leaving this foot here, and then when you drop, you're over still by this arm. You're not to the side. So when I'm hitting this, whenever I block the technique, I'm shifting, boom, which also means that if he punches with the other hand, punch 1, 2, I can catch it. I'm here, and the same technique comes. I start using the same variations, but on the other side, right? Besides that, if he does a 1, 2 with one hand, punch fast. 1, 2, I'm here. You say 1, 2. Now 1, and I move this way, and I'm going through the same doggone way, but with another hand. So you want to make sure, and we'll get into this as we move on. You'll see it yourself. 1, and I shift this way. 2. When I pull up, this foot pulls up this way. Remember, in the first technique, we were like this. Walk 1, 2, 3. Kick and throw. On this technique, it's almost the same. 1, 2, 2. Don't off that one this way, of course. 1, and then I'm up here, and I hit this way. So I'm always on this thing moving to about 45 degrees to the right. Okay? So don't forget that. That's an important part of this. The others become very difficult if you can't do it here. Okay, continue. Yeah, because, see, I hit him, and I hit him here. Watch, 2. Now, I may come down this way. See, I may just come down here instead of having to wrestle around his head. Yeah, so when I'm coming down, I have my hand over this way, so I have the opportunity this way. My body, 3. I strafe 4, and from here, I hit the knee. Now, from this time, my hand is really big action. Don't go real tight, because I may want to, he doesn't come down, I may do this way, and if he straighten your head up. You can't straighten his head up because I'm here. Now I can come around. Where if you just go around like that, he can pull his head out of it. But if he's down here, doesn't pull his head out. Doesn't pull out, does it? See, so I'm bringing my hand close, this way so I get around and pull it. And I still have you turned a little bit. I could actually throw him from here. There's another throw involved with clubs and things from here. But remember, all the time, 1, 2, boom, 3, bam, and then a big action. 1, 2. And he's actually off to my side, not my front. See his head? Look. Let's go to really basic techniques. I have a club here, and I'm going to make Mike Dunphy howl. Come here. I'm going to do a real basic way. One way is this way. See, watch. Yes. With a club. Another way, just bend your head over, is just take the club right in the middle of your face here and pull up that way. See? Another way is just reach right across the club and pull back this way into the face. I could do the same. So what you're supposed to be doing is a forearm. Now, a lot of times, for example, I'm going to give Mike the club. And I'm going to have Larry Whalen come up here. And Mike is going to demonstrate to me, and you're going to come up and grab a hold of him, right like you're going to grab him like a body pretty hard. You're going to do whatever you want to. And, no, not that way. Just grab a hold of him whatever you want to. What would your technique with a club be, Mike, basically? Well, let me show you a good one. Okay, you stay right there. Okay, with the right hand, you can grab him whatever you want to. Put the club behind him, grab the club with a hand, reach around, and pull real tight to his side. Just pull his side in tight. And then do a Tani Otosh. Why wouldn't you do that? Try it again. That is really bad news, isn't it? That hurts like heck, doesn't it? Just like if he's on the floor, and just like he is on the floor, and I have a club. Just to give you an idea how you're doing, you get him in a scissor grip on the floor. No, you're in your back. Get him in a scissor grip. Lay in your back. Get him in a scissor grip. Turn around. You're in your back. Get him in a scissor grip. No, you're going to get you. Get on your back, Mike. Yeah, you're on your back. No, you're on your back, too. No, you're on your back. It's facing this way. You got him this way. You got a hold of his collar, and you got him in a scissor grip. Now, you're like this. Laying on your back. Lay on your back. Me? Yeah. Okay, get out of here. Come on. Lay in. Okay, lay on your back. You get him in a scissor grip. You know what I mean. Come on. Get in there. You got him in. So you're in the back. You're laying in between his crotch here. Your back's to the back. No, yeah, put your back to his back. Put your feet in his crotch. Okay, the other foot in his crotch. Set your grip this way. Okay, okay, now what do? Hook your foot here and put your other, hook this on here like this and just pull down with your knees. Pull down with your knees hard. You see, you'll break his feet, right? Just, if you lean back and straighten your legs, you'll break his feet. He'll tap right away. So, there's, okay. We don't want to be forgetting that kind of thing. If you stand up here, for example, and I just have the club here like this that's horrible. Actually, I can break his ribs that way. Those are really bad news. Now, the problem is, when you're doing these techniques, your forearm is such a device. So when you have somebody by the head here, like this, and give me the club. Just a second, I forgot. And I won't hurt you, but I'll try not to. If I have it like this, you can see, which way you want your head to go, that way? I don't care what, you can see that that's not very good, right? And particularly if I go like this, right? I get the club across his face. You see it? And he really suffered. Now if I put my forearm here, and I pull my forearm place up, this is a club. It's the same thing, right? Particularly if his head's down low, see? So you want to use this not as a gripping tool, but use it like a club. You see. Now try it again. When you grab the head, have a visualization you have a club that's hooked in here, and you're bringing the club up into his face. Just have that feeling, okay? I hope I didn't hurt you guys making the point. Bob, let's see if you can do this right. He's going to punch. You're going to sweep, back kick, and swing, okay? Nah, you got to kick him. You got to be doing it right. Get your range right. And then make your kick. That's right. Make sure the kick's right. Okay, Mark, let's see you do it. Your range isn't right. I want to hit that leg pretty hard. Yeah, you don't have to be that gentle on the leg, whacking. That's right, and then back down you go. See, what you're doing here is like you're just catching the hand. It doesn't make any difference. You're in a range. You're catching the hand. You don't have to be within punching range. One from here, this is a pop. One. And the foot has to come away. And right from here, you pivot, bam, and then, well, you know, whatever you want to do from here. Okay? You know the technique to it. You're hitting with the shin and the thigh. What's really important on this stuff is that after you sweep the hand here, he punches. I sweep the hand, I put it down here, and I turn my body so this becomes this kind of a kick. And rather than stepping in, I put the foot here. Then when I pivot, see, right from here, the pivoting allows the foot to be in the right range. Otherwise, it's not in the right range. Try it again. Now, hit it, pivot, pivot. That's right. You're too low on the kick. Don't get the knees, get the thigh. And you want to hit with this part of your leg here. It's not a foot kick, it's with a shin. Try it again. Yeah, but see, again, he's not really seeing this, does he? What is it he's not seeing? Watch. This is where the problem comes in. He attacks me, 1, 2. And I catch it here, and I put my foot down, and I kick him. Now, you see, I'm kicking from here. I'm not kicking from over here. Let's do it again, and I'll tell you when to start your pivot kick. 1. You should be over here. See, once again, you started your sweep from here. Foot from here. 1, 2. Now, I'm still here. 1, 2. So when you start to sweep, you move this way. No, you move this way with the left foot. Always on this one. 1, always that way. Okay, now put your foot down, kick. Now put your foot down, close to the other one. Okay, now pivot and get his leg. No, you don't want to get it from behind. You want to get the leg from in front. You want to hit here. You don't want to hit it from behind. Is there a difference? Well, there's a big difference, huh? Try it again. Make sure you go that way. That actually hurts now, doesn't it? Is there a difference? Yeah. Okay. So the kick actually can be done from the front. You could actually be standing as far as from here and kick right here. Doesn't make any difference. Okay. Yeah, do something. That's a side kick. Okay, but now, if I'm running with this with you, say, for example, and I'm back, you have some weapon in your hand or something, and I shift here and I catch it. Then I'm from here and I'm going to pop you with a back kick, not a side kick. Okay, then I hit you here and you collapse. Well, then next this is the next one automatically, right? If I'm already inside and there's no clear path, I'll just go boom. Right? That's why in the thing it says do whatever's available. Because if you're really on the inside, after you make the sweep and you just hit his leg and he's folded, and hit him like this and take whatever next is available. We'll review these. Okay, the next one is real simple. And he punches. And I shift here, and I kick at the same time. 1, 2. Then I hit here, and then from here, and then down. Okay? It's, I'm just not trying to hit him real hard here. But it's 1, 2, 1, and then bam right here. And this knee comes right into that action. 1, 2. And if he folds, it's one thing. If he doesn't fold, then right from here, bam. Okay? That's it. No, same kick, same time. Front kick. Then punch. That's a neck out scotch, Michael. I guess remember this one here. Cat snap. Yeah. No, it's kick same time. Now hit the head, move the head over, come through with the knee. But you have to hit it with the knee. You got to bump. This is not. Watch. See, watch. We'll use Michael Dunphy again. Please come on there, Mike, and demonstrate the technique as you were doing it. That's okay. Now, was that a knee strike or was that a push? These are knee strikes. What? Well, I mean, you can, look. Watch. This is a. Now watch. That's a knee strike. You can hit him, but you don't have to drive through him, Yeah, you see the difference in the technique. There's a difference, isn't there? When you're hitting in this position and he's down here and you've hit, you have to go 1, 2. And I didn't hit him hard because I didn't drive through. I'm controlling distancing somewhat, right? Otherwise, the technique's out there. Now, if you're hitting him too hard, the guy said, please don't go in so far, so you can do like this. And he's going to fake it. You see? Because I am making 1, 2. You see? But I'm not, once we determine what's being done. Okay? Continue. 1, 2. 1, 2. I kick him. Now, I have to move the head. I'm moving the head. See? I want his attention drawn. Now, 1. I take the leg. Now from there, I hit him. You've got to move the head. If there's nothing else here, you're playing around with a... Come here, Debbie. She attacks me. In this circumstance. 1. She attacks. 1, 2. Now I'm going to move her head aside. Right? In place of a punch. Now that allows me to move her balance. I got to have the head over here, or I can't take the balance. If a head's sitting over the foot, all you do is bump the leg. The idea is here to take the leg out, take the balance out, and hit him with a ridge hand. Okay? So all these work with him standing this way. He steps and punches for me. And I clear it this way. 1, 2, and hit here. 1, 2. Now watch. See? You see? And so this thing, even if he punches from here, I'm moving this way. 1, 2, 3, and even from here. You see? Now, what's I'm going to do with the shift, see? As I bring it around, you understand what I'm doing. Do you? Okay. Now I'm bringing it around. Now I got it from here. Now watch. See it? Yeah, there's all kinds of traps you get into, but what happens, you have to move the body. You all right? Okay, if I do too much, make sure you tap. Now it's a knee, like this. Are your legs still all right? Okay. Detach. 1, 2, 3. Now watch. See, I punch you. Now watch the knee. Punch. That's horrible, isn't it? I know you guys trying to be gentle with each other. I guess you just grab the hand, cup it here. But there's a lot of things in this that come into secondary that you don't bother thinking about. Sometimes something else. You all right? Is that fun? Hit his head, for God's sake. Yeah, like this. Oh, yeah, it's like this. One hand, right under here. You hit the hand. What? Now put your head against your body so it can't go in. It's like that. I'll put it up under his chin. Really, can't do that. Okay. Bob. I'm standing here. He punches for me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I take him down to no touch, or I hit him with a knee, or whatever I want to do here. Very easy action. Now, let me pick somebody up. I'll have, who didn't I use on this yet? Really, I'll use you. Come on. Come on. So we'll do this. We'll take this in pieces. Okay? I'll punch you in my face. And this way, here. Pull your hand back. Okay, this time I want you to punch you. Pull your hand back fast. Faster. 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 Okay, you can't beat my hand. Again. I'm going to cheer over time. Okay? That's the action. Now it's my body. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm slightly stepping in on this. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. See, watch my feet. Just watch my feet along. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just that much. Hands are straight back. The elbow doesn't go up in the air. Right straight back. Just like a chicken wrist. Fast from my face. Bring your hand back. Watch. You're going to punch with the other hand after this. You're going to punch once. Punch twice. Okay, punch. See, that's why this hand here, it has to go right up. It has to spring back. Just one hand now. Just like that. Do this way first. 1, 2. Now from here, let this pop it. And then shift a little bit. A little bit of shooter right there. But make sure you get that withdrawal pop out, back a little bit. You're going to a previous technique, like some here. He punches for me. Hands 1, 2, boom, bam. And I break his jaw. Stop right there. Okay, this is not 1, 2, like that. That's not that way. This is this one now. 1, 2, bam. That's slow. It's not a reflex. How you doing, baby? Doing this much, then we'll change another way. So he punches quickly. 1, 2, 1, 2. Now I'm going to lower my body into a keep it out. I'm not going to hit him with a back fist. Effectively tracing him over my leg. Okay, 1, 2. So after I hit him here, I'm going to shift here. Still my hand back here. Now my hand, you see, was here, and then I'm still again here, and then I'm hitting this way. Okay, so I'm just shifting into this kind of action now. So when we started 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm shifting. Looks like it's on my feet. Now to move out. 1, 2, 3. Back stance. Outside his leg. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now right from here, I'm going to push slightly on my knee, and I'm going to shift, and I'm going to lower my body, and I'm going to come up into this way. A full power hand, just run this way. And right from here, then after hitting him with the wind out of his body, I'm going to bring my knee right through it then. And I'm going to take it again. I've got him turned to the other side of that. Right? So the 4 cases was one. I'll use your swing. You can see. Attack and punch me. 1, 2. And this is real fast. Oh, not fast. You're right now when you're really a little bit. I'm just setting up, and then 1, 2. Now you hell off up rising up here, and then from there, from here. And depending on, you could actually hit this way, but I don't like to hit the back of the head. Up, and what I want you to do is to come up and give it your best hit, and I'll put it right there. That's what that is, and give it your best palm heel hit. I want you guys to stand. Let's put this over here. Bob, you're right here. Line up right here. Turn around, turn around. Blow it down a little bit. I want you to stand here, and I want you to kick it full power with a roundhouse kick. Okay, come on over here. Leslie, come on. Hold it down low. You're going to kick. Get over here. Get over there. Face your nose to me. And give me that kick with a roundhouse kick. Let's go. Kick it hard. Harder. Yeah, kick it hard. Real hard. Okay? Let's go. 3 or 4, and then go over this line and go that line. You're going to hold that down around your knees. Last thing to get over here. Put your nose going that way. You're standing beside him over here. If your neck bothers you, you stand over here. Right there. And you kick it. No, I don't want you kicking that wall. Go ahead, kick. No, I want you to have to, okay, over here, just like that. Stay a little behind. Come on, next, come on. I'm going to held about knee level. Get it down there. Go. Hard, come on, move it. Harder. No, you got to stay that way. I want you to bring, I don't want you to chamber is what I'm doing. I'm destroying any building chamber. That's right. I don't want any chambering. This is right across the different kind of class, huh? This series, that's a particularly moving, then we want to review this. We got 5 of them today. I think that's probably what we can do. Bob? Well, I'll use Mike on this. So what happens here is that if he attacks me this time in any kind of a punch, and I step through and I hit him with an elbow smash here. From here, I'm just catching with a round hook to the ear. Just a round. It's not a punch, actually. It's just like in Heian 2. I'm Heian 5. And then from here, I take this leg and I drive it that way. 1, 2. And then from here, I have the head again, and I can break the neck. Or from this position, you can just hit here with a hammer fist behind the neck. Don't hit with a shudo. The wrong side, you break your wrist bone. And you hit here with a hammer fist behind the neck. Right here. Now, right on the back of the neck, but just right down behind the other ear. Now, watch again. 1, 2, 3. Boom. Okay? How about it? See? 1, 2, 9. No, it's the same thing. Boom. Doesn't make any difference, yeah. No, make sure you step this way. Watch. No, yeah, when you get out of here, make sure you step like this. If actually you can be punching too, it can be short punch, but you're here. And then you want to hit like this. And then this leg, the big thing is getting that leg to move that way. See? You're literally flattening him out. Yeah, but if he's way down like that, way down like that, like in that position, I just hit him here. You see? That's a particularly good way to hit, see it? Standing here, watch. It comes this way. Hooks. So if I have, and I'm moving from here, this time I'm going to hook him, okay? He moves punches. 1. This is a hook. Right behind the left ear. Catch him with a knuckle. If you can't do that, then it should be this way, the short pop. But it's in the soft place. It's in the mastoid, right below the mastoid. You want to hit the mastoid, you want here. You hit right in here, right underneath it. Actually, you're hitting the ear, I guess, under here. The ear's really under there. The ear is not up here. The ear's down up under it in here. I think. Am I right? Okay. Yeah, well, I mean what we consider the inner ears. Okay, go ahead. 1, I hit. 2, 3, 4. And right from here, if you can, do an uchimata. I'm going to throw him there. Watch. What? This way. If you can do it. There's a lot of ways to do that technique, but basically he's moving in, and I hit him here, 1, 2, and I hit pretty hard, 1. And I can do 2 again, and then I throw him. Don't throw. Okay? Remember, these are one-step variables. It really doesn't matter which hand you step forward, whether you do this way, or whether you punch that way, or whether you punch this way. It doesn't matter at all, because you can recombine these to get whatever you want to. But these are finishing techniques, and they're what the senior people do in place of the Ippon kumites that are done to inculcate certain values in the junior practitioners. So these mean that you have to pantomime the things to put the motion in place. If you go like this, it's better go get that kind of feeling for the thing. Like, watch again. Bob's tacking. Hi-ya! Oh! Boom! Ah! Boom! Ah! Ah! I mean, you don't want to be doing that, but I mean, that's kind of hammy, isn't it? Think I can play Hamlet? Not very well, right? Okay, go ahead. 1, 2. My feet are parallel here. 2. Bam. My feet are parallel. He's standing here, my feet are parallel. His feet are here, my feet are here. Don't stand out. It's a different technique. No, you're parallel. You're not parallel either. Get this foot behind you. There. No, you don't even have to block. Hey, if you don't block, don't matter. You know, if you don't block, just go boom. Watch, Mike punches for me. Watch, boom. I'm here. Boom. This is also used against people that are coming from the rear where you don't have to turn. So that's a variable on this, okay? Okay, now, put your foot out here. Pull this foot out. So stand, put this one back here. There's your position. See, I'm standing with you. Watch, I'm standing here, right off the side here. Now, this is used really intensely against kickers. The kick with that foot, I'm over here. See, I'm going to slide outside you. Okay, don't be confused by this technique. It's confusing you right now, and I see it. Well, come here. I'll use you again. Not using Mike. Come on. Mike is going to roundhouse for me. Okay, roundhouse. 1, 2. I'm here. No, just roundhouse. I'm just slipped around. Those feet too. I'm here. See the body position? No, stop. I'm going to show the foot position. 1, 2. We're in here. Now I could also reach that position this way. 1, 2. You see the technique we've done so many years? 1, 2. My feet are here. His feet are there. So there's no reason that it's not difficult to get in this position with somebody that's moving. So he moves with a punch. 1, 2. He moves with a punch. 1, 2. See? Or just like I'm moving. 1, 2. Now, when I was doing this with Bob, come here, Bob. I just moved in because I blocked the arm. But if I do it this way, you could see it. 2. See how easy that was for me? Watch. 1, 2. I'm here. Okay, but I don't want to push him away when I draw him in. 1, 2. You see? So we can do this already, and we've done it many, many times. So don't be complicated with it. I don't want you punching because if I want to pull him into me, I don't want to push him away. So I'm just having you hit the arm. 1, 2. Right? Don't be complicated with it. You've already done it 100 times. Just connect it with something else. Okay, this looks perfect. Watch. Good bounce, too. Good uke. Watch. What? That look right? Looks right to me. Okay, go. Actions like this. He punches for me. And I'm just moving 1, 2. I hit here, And as I'm moving, there's two ways to do this. I can move 1, 2 here and hit that back leg, okay? Or this one's sort of truncated. 1, 2, I can hit like this and move across. I personally prefer when he's punching to go 1, 2, 3, and I get that leg and down. Okay, so remember what we're doing. It doesn't matter which leg you get. I'm hitting here, 1, and I'm crossing over. Now, I can either punch here or not, but I'm not hitting the knee. I'm pressing on the joint this way. Okay? Now, if you become very good with this, the technique comes this way, and as this comes, both feet go. The guy just turn it in a circle. I don't want to do it on this mat, okay? And that's for another step, but that's a very slow. Actually, the technique comes this way. It's really moving. 1, 2, 3, wham! And down they go. Okay? Right now, you're stuck with the hit, cross, and behind the body. Okay? Now, let me show you how this might work on a real basic technique. Michael? Mike's standing here, and you're up here. You're going to fall this time. Come here. I'll use Lewis. Come here, Lewis. You're flopping for him? Okay, come here. You punch. And he steps this way. Boom. Make your step. Okay. Now, put your hand on his body. Slide the foot behind him, and Tanya will tush immediately. Yeah, put your foot straight out, though. Yeah, Tanya, wait a minute. Get back up again. Tanya tush, your foot's supposed to be straight. You take both legs. When you come here, your leg's supposed to be like this. So get behind me, look. Like this. This is where your leg's supposed to be, like that. That's right. A very basic technique. Now do it fast. Okay, that's a very basic technique. The down isn't right. There's all kinds of things, but that's the end of it. I don't want you doing that now. I just want you pushing the leg down, okay? Careful with the knees. Let's go. He punches for me. 1. This is fast. 1. Now when I'm moving, my range is there. See, so I'm hitting. The technique is actually for us. I don't want you doing it yet because it's too complicated for you. 1, 2. But I don't want you to leave the second punch out. Leave your left foot punch out. Okay. Just do this 1, then step 2. No, just stand. Don't do watch this way. Watch. Punch. 1. Okay, then 2. No, don't step. Just bob, but tajibaki. No, just straight on. Just like this. See, watch. Same action. 1. See, watch. This way, just like this. Then I step. Now step. Front kick. The first one is, again, Mike Dumpy. I'll describe the technique. The first one is he's tacking. 1. Hey! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now, when these techniques come, the hits are 1, 2. 1, 2, and up this way. So, okay, but you know the kick's fast, right? Okay, you want to do it with Karan. Karan, come on out here. Let's see, I want to see a fast kick. Punch hard, Karan. Go. Do it again. The kick's fine. Get it. Don't stop. Just drive it. Okay, whatever. Okay, you got it. Do it. You can put some steam to it. Watch. We're here. Just watch. Okay, let's see what you're doing. Stop him then. Yeah, see, that looks decent. But he did one thing wrong. He stood like this. Nobody stands like this. They stand like this. Keep your hands up. If you're standing, stand in some realistic position. Remember, realism. Okay, the next one then is from here. He's attacking. And he punches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Like that. Try it. Yeah, those are disjointers. Hey-ya! Ah! Hey! What? What happened? Woo! Okay, watch. Now watch again. Oh, try to be easier. All right. Okay, thanks. Again. One, two, boom, boom. Then you get him. You have to make it has to be. These are realistic, and when you really hit somebody with these, the guy really does the loop 4 different ways. You miss him one way, you get him another. These are real serious techniques. So when I'm moving here, and after I've hit him here, one, then. Nerves, and it's just in the right, John. And you really get hurt with those. Okay, do it another minute. We'll go to the. Oh, we should go to the third one, right? One, 2, right? Then what? Aha! Good. Watch. 1, 2, 1, 2. Now from here. What? Here again. Okay. You know that would go. 1, 2, 3, and then I'm here. See, I'm here. Now when I shift. See, my foot, I'm actually in front of him until I don't do anything here. I'm not doing anything until I shift. Now I shift again. See? And now I lower my body. If he's already done, I mean, I can't do it for him. If he dies before I get... Is it like when he punches for me, and I'm curling my hands here, 1, 2, I have done nothing with my feet. I'm still standing straight, because this is 1, 2, boom. Now I hit like this was John, and step outside his foot, see? 1, 2, 3, boom, I hit him. Now I'm clearing the action, and I move my body down. See, my hand comes down, and I come up underneath here. And as he folds, then I grab him here, and I move into it. And I could really turn him this way. And there's another grip that if I held his head, then I'd break his neck from that position. But so you want to be careful that this initial 1, 2, boom, there's nothing you're doing. And then when you hit him here, and then you shift to this, and then you shift to this. There's 3 or 4 stance changes. Now watch my legs again. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Yeah, but you lost one move. But that's all right. That's all right. No, you forgot the back fist to the head. See, you forgot. There's one you forgot. See, when he's punching, the first one's this way. 1, 1, 2. Now, boom. Now, this one. See, that one there turns him. That allows me to drop my back. 1, 2. You're light. You're easy to move. No, you forgot that. After you break his jaw with a pseudo. You see, yeah, right. See, after we know what, yeah, after we do this, 1, 2, boom, we break the jaw. Then we step in, and we move him back. That's a hammer fist alongside the ear. Now comes this. So we hit 1, 2, 3. You're shortening it down to 2. Not that there's anything really wrong with that, because that's okay if it fits the situation, but that's not what we're doing. Now hit him, now. Okay, now. Yeah, and if you were to do that correctly, grab the neck, you fall on your back and flip him over your head and break his neck. But you're not going to do that, are you? Don't even consider. You can, though. Reach down from there. No, you didn't do it right. Get back up there. Reach down and grab his belt. You just reach down and grab his belt. He doesn't know it. Grab it close to the belt as you can and go over. No, from underneath. Yeah, go. He doesn't know. You still looks like you got him. No, not from the top. Actually, after you grab his head like this for an exhibition. From here, you want to reach down and grab his belt. So grab him right here. And it looks like I got you cranked. I guess it looks like I got you cranked. I'll grab here and I'll go over with it. Okay, try it again. Now just reach down and get him cranked and go, now go. Then he lays there and shakes his head like he had a broken neck. See? Yeah, well, anyway, that's what you do. You reach down and grab the belt so you don't have the head. Because you got to hold the chin under your arm and you throw it and break his neck. Be careful. Okay, now the next one was what? Now remember, there's no reason to throw him if he's like that. What would you do? After I hit your leg, you drop your knee. Okay, well, like this, drop your knee. Okay, like this. This is one of the real basic chokes, isn't it? That's right. Okay, good. Okay, that one. You know that one, right? Let's see it. Okay, that's it, but just stomp his head. That's right, just like that. It works amazingly. See, all these, again, the hardest thing to do is get you to emote the things and slow it down so that it matches the actual action. It's like the violin section playing too fast with the horns, right? The horns, they got to slow down. There's a certain amount of slowdown on this that's necessary because the action becomes faster than what it absorbs. And like in karate, you hit a guy 3-4 times. In this stuff here, you're hitting him and let him react and hit him again. When in effect what you're doing, you want to skin the groundhog or the porcupine, you turn him over and get the soft center. And so you have to give him a second. When you poke him, you got to give him a second roll over and then relax so you can grab the center. Otherwise, if they're all contracted, you can't do anything. Right? See, what these are for is that these are also used as weapons, clubs and things. And they're useful for really multiple fighting. Okay, back again. Remember, there's one we had trouble with. 1, 2, 3. Let's go with that one. That's it. Let's do it. Aren't these better than the one steps, aren't they? These develop good habits. That's an inside joke. Yeah. Okay. The last one. 2, 3. Remember? We stepped in. 1, 2, 3. Go. Go. Let's demonstrate it. Let's watch it. Watch it. Nah, you didn't move my. Do it again. That wasn't right. Too fast, see? No. You step in with your right foot. Step out with your right foot. Okay. Now pick the leg up. Yeah, that's right. That way. Try once more. Yeah, that's right. After he's down, hit him. That's correct. Okay, that's nice. Go, practice. Then I'm going to read it again. This is like the number 1. Step back with the left foot into a rather high back stance in the basic standard pattern and execute a right slap hand high section inside block. Oh, no, this is number 2. Strike hard and fast with the palm, bouncing the palm off the attacking arm to a position right between you and your opponent. Next, slide into a lower fixed stance and deliver a right hand shudo to the head. Next, lower the body and immediately twist the waist to deliver a left hand vertical fist punch to the lower ribs. Next, snap into an upright natural stance and drive a claw hand into the opponent's throat, gripping tightly with the thumb and forefinger. This action should be strong enough to bow the opponent backwards. Keeping the grip strong, driving the end of the opponent's hip joint on the groin side, pushing the upper thigh and hip outward and destroying the balance. Next is the opponent's leg is moved out to the left and he starts to fall forward. Raise your right hand and loop it up over the neck. Grasp your palm with the other hand and move it into a strong neck crank or face lock. That's the way these are written. Now let's go back and study this again, read it again. The techniques of the one-step fighting variable patterns are substantially different than the basic 32 Ippon Kumite techniques because they introduce the concept of infinite possible variations of attacks and defense. To facilitate basic understanding, the one-step variable fighting patterns are performed with the classic one-step fighting arrangement, which begins with a left foot forward, ready posture, and ends with a one step forward with the right foot, with the right back foot, while performing a right hand attack to the opponent. Although the attacks may be performed from any kind of forward lunge and with either hand, for easy learning, we have set the attacks to be delivered by a lunge punch with the right hand. Mixing up or varying the attacks requires a reordering or recombination of the planned defenses. The ability to do this resetting of patterns is a very important objective of these drills, but if introduced at the start, the understanding of the underlying pattern is made almost impossible. Now, as I said earlier, and to make a side issue, that the way you understand patterns, I use the English language, like the word, I was in the other room and the guy gave the book to Carol and I. Mike Duffy gave Carol and I a book. And it should be Carol and me. But because the use of the word me has been so overplayed now that grammatically it sounds, he gave it to Carol and I. Okay, he gave it to Carol and me, sounds funny, sounds flat. So both of them are accepted now. However, if you call me on the telephone and say, George Anderson, says, yes, me, that's absolutely incorrect. It is I. But if I said, yes, it is I, it's I, everybody thinks, gee, that sounds strange. So these patterns do cause you to react. And what it may be correct is not a comfortable pattern for you. And so you start being able to understand what is comfortable and uncomfortable. We want to move you towards the fact that these type of techniques become comfortable for you, and the type of techniques that don't function and don't allow you to flux become uncomfortable. That's the idea of this. Now, in other words, when one-step fightings are fully learned and the habits embedded, the attacks may be truly variable. That is, done without indicating which hand will be the attacking one, or whether the step forward will be with the back foot or a lunge foot forward with the front. These planned confrontations permit a blending of the set forms with possible continuations or variances of the attacks. In other words, these one-step fighting patterns are real use in setting in place habits that permit the defender to study the problems of random attacks. In such cases, the principles of these forms can be combined and the best targets chosen for whatever is decided. The one-step fighting variable pattern should be performed from a relaxed fighting posture with the defender in a basic high stance ready posture with the left hand held forward. Do not use the basic Ippon fixed manner with both hands clenched and body facing forward squared to the opponent. Introduce some degree of realism to the action. The attack should come as a surprise and defense should be done as a reaction. The correct movement of the body while dropping, rising, or turning to accommodate the planned actions is critical to develop the maximum effectiveness. Great care should be taken that the body posture is correct. The hips turn correctly and the body shifts to achieve the angle needed for the designated action. Unlike the basic Ippon sequences, many of the counter blows of the one-step variables are delivered with rising, downward, or swooping circular motions, and the use of the flat caudifice is downplayed. Also, the use of kicking the legs and knee smashes to the legs and moving the legs one way or another through direct strikes is incorporated for the first time. Speed, power, and snap are all important, but the timing of the action and the driving of the technique coming from the drive of the techniques that arises from the stances is critical. Rushing, over quickness, jerky and awkward movements, and misplaced body relationships will deliver less than the required results. As a final note, these techniques should be practiced until they can be done with balance, power, and quickness to the satisfaction of the technical committee of the promotional board of the Kwandakan. Remember the principles: surprise, quickness, and balance of the attack. Now, as we get through these, the next major step on these is to put the clubs in, put the sticks in, and we'll move directly through these with some variation using sticks. As I said before, there's many ways that can make people holler and jump and bounce around with the sticks. And again, just leave it in your mind, hand me a stick, Les. And let me pick somebody who didn't come at the beginning of class, who wasn't here. Everybody? You weren't. What? No, you. So So everybody expects you to make a guy howl this way, but watch. I just take it this way, and I squeeze like this. You howl, don't you? See, so anything you can do this. So if he grabs me anywhere, I can essentially squeeze this comfortable for him. You don't always have to hit with clubs. You can reach down and grab the leg this way and just squeeze here and make the guy howl. See, so you don't always have to hit with this. And in the cases where you later on, we'll have a short stick, and I'll show you how to do all the traps and things that are necessary for the short stick. You say you don't have a thank you. You say you don't have a short stick. What's done sometimes, and I've seen guys kick a slat off a fence post and use that. So you can pick a stick off a tree, just break one off and use it, because that becomes very, very strong. Okay. So all these techniques we're doing are available for that, and they're also, can you work these with a knife? Now, as I say, you're wearing gis. You don't have to wear gis. You can just wear sweatpants and work this type of thing, except that they'd be torn off your body. We have worked these techniques in days past with, come in with your full winter gear. We go outside in the parking lot, and you guys are all full winter gear, and we work the things in the parking lot. And I guarantee you, when I have my big, heavy winter gear on, you can hit me pretty hard and nothing happens. But you kick my legs, I don't have undershirt, underpants, undershirt, or sweater, or pair of pants, and a jacket, and other things on my legs. My legs are always just like yours are, just a pair of pants, right? So in the wintertime, when you hit people in the legs, it doesn't make any difference. There's no difference in it here. Matter of fact, sometimes it's much worse because they have no way of been working out. Their muscles aren't ready for that, and sometimes have real weak knees. It's entirely possible to have some great big guy come in and just want to try to beat the tar out of you, and you kick him really hard, and you didn't realize that he had bad knees. And when you kick him, and he didn't realize he had them either, till you kick him. And when you kick him, he drops. So this is, we did how many? 7 out of 20 today. And go back and remember these the best you can, and I'll send you the stuff by email, basic notes. I'm still vamping them so somebody can understand what they are. Now, does anybody have any questions about this? We don't have that in the other Ippons. That's not there in the other Ippons. You can also enter with an elbow. Actually, you can enter with just a straight punch. This can just actually be straight. You can just enter with a left hook too. See, sometimes if you're standing up like it's like, and if you're pushed up, and say that I'm standing here, and you swing at me with that hand, I can just hit you like this. You see, and then I hook you, and I'm into the same thing. So I don't. It doesn't have to be elaborate. I'm just sitting here, and you hook. I counter you with this, and I hit you with this. But the thing is, I'm coming across the body this way. So like you punch past from it. Boom. See, I'm hitting you like that, and I've already stepped out. But if I hit you this way, see, your knee is still exposed to that doggone driving action that takes you sideways. So in the interest of making these really good karate, we do a lot of stepping out and action. But actually, it isn't. It's just a wham. You're slipping the technique really hard. See, so these have another complexion. As you learn these, then other things can be done. But the problem with karate people is they learn a fixed type pattern that they can't seem to escape from. And when at the higher level, you need to have another pattern that is more elaborate that connects. Now, the first one, when he did the front kick, and pulled the foot back and kick, that's strictly kwankudai. So almost all these actions can be found, including that one, they can be found in this. You see, watch. He attacks me, and I hit this way, boom, or I could do this way. 1, 2. It's the same action, see? 1, 2. So that's even found in Basai. But then you can see that Basai was cleaned up so that it would have a certain amount of music. I was pointing out the other day that all piano music's out of tune. All piano music by nature is out of tune. And they modified everything in the piano. See, because if you take the 2 white keys and the black key in between, actually the black key represents the flat of one key and the sharp of the other. And actually music is not that way. The sharp is higher than the flat of this note. The flat's lower than this. As a matter of fact, a sharp, there's a quarter tone. Mozart has 4 notes in between this. They play in 4 notes here. And so this is the way the notes really are like this being the flat of this note and this being the sharp of this note. And then Mozart has actually 4 in between. All string quartet is drawn with 4 notes in between called quarter tones. Now, you don't notice it being out of tune because the structure and the patterns favor that. Otherwise, singers don't really like to sing with a piano, and unless the piano's set right, and violinists just hate it because it's always out of tune. So it's the same thing there. They modify things so the music becomes modified so as intent. So we really have a very rigid practice, and then in application, the thing modifies. It really modifies so it looks like, for all purpose, like the guy threw the guy a left hook. He didn't throw a left hook because his intention was different and he was doing other things. He didn't tape his wrist, and he's not afraid of breaking his hands. See, in boxing, you can't grab the throat, you can't kick him, knock the legs out. You can't do all these little itty-bitty things, right? Okay, question? Yeah. 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 We're going to carry these through so you can all do them well. This apparently is very, very difficult to teach. Brian is doing them very well now, but it takes about, I'd say it takes about 3 good sessions before you really have these down. These are major. These are really major things. These aren't minor. And these will affect your karate probably as much as anything you did since learning the sidekick. These are real seminal techniques. And this ability to bring around and really kick people's legs, like Billy Huber and all my old black belts and Pete Timerson, I really could just break legs like that, go right through an axe handle. Just bring up a bow and they go on a whammo and they're right through the darn thing. And I guarantee you, Bill Huber, we were fooling around one day and he was that post back there and he's showing the guy how to kick it. He hit that 2x4 edge on in and split the thing, turn it in two. Split the doggone 2x4. Didn't know you were here, weren't you? Jeez, can he kick. So this kicking the legs and kneeing the legs and watching the angle at which you hit the legs is critical to your fighting. Even for you. In the Wuko, the guys bump your legs all the time. And what's happened with the jiu-jitsu, these guys are angulating incorrectly. See, so the angular techniques is possible. So you sort of see, like on that one technique, see, I'm starting this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See, but there's a definite distinction between the stances as you lower your body, and you're feeling it. Well, you say, how does that appear in real life? Well, you're running down the stairs, right? You hit the last stair, hit the bottom foot. Does the step on the floor below, is it different than stepping on the first step? No. But it is in the sense that you're not going down another one. See, so the steps are the same, but they're different. So in this thing, they're identically the same, but because of your knowledge and because you understand where you are, you alter it slightly, right? You're running through the forest. You run. You see a tri-tree, you duck under that. You see a lower tree, you go a little bit lower. Another tree, you go a little bit lower. There's no more trees, you straighten up. That's the thing here. Each circumstance requires a different set of depth. And so as you see the circumstance, you enter through the circumstance, you'll again feel a different set of depth to it. And you'll be uncomfortable with anything outside of that, and you become really a menace because you replace raw courage with a conditioned technique. Listen, the guys that win all the matches, you don't have to be courageous. It's the guys that lose everyone. They're really courageous dudes, you know. Is that right? The guy's always getting hit in the head. He's the guy that has trouble. Question? Yes. That's really interesting. That's part of the where you drop down, like this, and you reach up with the back foot and just strictly back kick. We had that in the kata. And actually, all those things have to be adjusted. And no matter when you're out of range, you can adjust any of them. And actually, if you're doing the technique, if there's no kick available, you just don't do it. See, it's just that we're demonstrating we want the kick. Sometimes if you pop a guy and the guy falls over, then you don't have to do anymore except then you throw him or pin him or something. Nobody pins anybody. You throw him and stomp him or something so you can get out of there. But it's not necessary to perform every area. And so so you can actually walk away from the guy and then right, you walk away from him when he comes after you, kick him. Question? Yeah. Oh, yeah, well, absolutely. These fit into sparring so easily. It's absolutely. One of the really big things, I'm going to bring in the full equipment. I have stuff for legs and stuff and arms and stuff like that. You beat the heck out of people on that. Yeah, they should transfer the sparring. I'm not sure it transfers directly to to some of the Wuko point fighting. I'm not sure of that at all. And because that's a pretty esoteric and very tight game. But for any kind of real fighting, yes, absolutely. And for your sparring, you should be able to do that. And you should be able in the sparring shop and tap somebody in the leg here, just tap them without any, with the knowledge you've been tapped. We used to do that all the time. We shot and hit a guy in the leg and we wouldn't break his leg. We hit him, but the guy knew he was kicked, you know. So you got to acknowledge that. Of course, if you touch somebody and the guy turns on, knock your head off, the next time you're going to kick him harder. So the instructor sort of makes sure there's that play taking place. I'm not again. We don't have any trouble with that, do we? We use it all the time in sparring here, no difficulty with it. Yeah. Yeah, I'm coming right underneath the solar plexus, right under this, right in under here. You can't get the bone. It's right underneath the bone. This part fits on the bone. This goes right in underneath the bone, shoving up to it. They call that the main dorsal nerve ganglion, or it's a big nerve bundle that sits right under here. It's called the solar plexus. And you try to hit that. And if you hit that hard enough, you'll paralyze the diaphragm. And actually, you can stop the heart, but to paralyze the diaphragm. What? I just put my hand behind it for stabilization. I always slide my hand behind this way. I've always done that. Always done that. I like to stabilize my body, so in effect I'm holding here and I'm squeezing this way. And you know, I used to break all kinds of bricks all the time. I break these things big as this slab. So this is one of the most powerful techniques there is. And if you don't use it, this is extremely fast and powerful. And I've cold cocked used the expression, some people really hard with that, just boom, boom, and you're out, you know. See, these are a series of techniques, but any one of those things, the guy's ought to be gone by the time you do it. You can't hit people in the thighs like this with a knee if they're not trained. You will indeed hurt somebody real bad. You get a lot of really grouchy people that want to fight and everything, and they're not. They're very content to have a fist up here. But the minute you start attacking the lower quarters, oh, my football injury, oh, you know, that kind of stuff, you know. A lot of big tough guys beating up everybody that have bad knees, and how they get by with it, I don't know. Well, I'm not really. I'm striking the. Really, I attack the upper part of the femur. Upper part. I'm attacking up in here, and I like to attack where the. Well, on a man, it's right between the testicles and the leg here, and I like to attack that part because that's where all the nerves go through. And you hit that really hard, it'll drop them quite positively. Women, the hips are a little wider. You hit them, a lot of cracked pelvis. It's not. What? Yeah, I come up this way at an angle, and it's really, really bad. Yeah, you got to be really careful with that, and you got to study that. And one thing that we'll do on the thing is have a little bit of an anatomy class and explain what this is doing and exactly what we're trying to hit and exactly the direction and angle. Understand that that you can't. I don't like hitting the head with the knees. It's a good way to break your kneecap. You know, the heads are really hard, and you want to be careful that you hit things. You don't want to be banging people's knees because you can break your own knees doing this stuff, and that's not cool. You know, we had a guy with the a brick across his knees up in New York, and he was giving a demonstration. Wow, what? He hit the brick and broke his knees, you know, with his kneecap. That was kind of dumb. What happened, Bob? Well, it's just like in the language, you have to develop your own rhythm. And you see, you're so big, you're always moving down through the people, so you have to develop the rhythm of it. And part of the way for you to do that is just make some noises as you do it. Make some grunts and groans, and you're proving quite fine on this, everybody, but you got to make noises, and don't try to be too fast. See, there's none of one of these. The back fist sure will knock you out, but that's good. But remember, after the back fist comes another technique. But what I see wrong with this is that a lot of times, if I punch and withdraw my hand, I'm back out of from inside. And if my hand's in there, and once I'm on the inside, I'm on the inside. If my hands are effectively here, he can't punch me at all. There's no way for him to punch me because he has to come through this square. As long as I maintain the center, as I think you saw the drawing up here yesterday, once I maintain this center square here, if my hands are in this area, I can't be hit. Furthermore, I can't be thrown, really. So I want to maintain the center. Once my hands are out in this center, and I'm in constant action, and I got enough for being my arms barred or something, I'm in constant movement as I'm going, I'm not going to pull a hand back. Like, if he punches me here, I'm not going to take this hand out of here. When he punches me, this hand's going to go, 1, 2, this hand's going to stay here, so when the hand comes back, it drives. And if I'm punching here, and he punches again with the other hand, same thing, punch again with the other hand. I'm here, see, I'm moving right back. You see the hand? 1, 2, punch again, 1, 2. I'm always, my hands, I want to stay inside the center area. And I think what's wrong with a lot of our fighters in the competition fighting, if you really want me to tell you, is you don't work a heavy bag and you don't work a speed bag. You got to work a speed bag because you lose hand speed without that. You got to work a speed bag. And we're going to change that. We'll work into that because you guys are developing now, and we'll move into that point. But this allows you to use your power. You notice this one thing, the street toughness is a major concern. Major, major concern. There's nothing like being a good competition fighter and getting creamed in the street. There's just nothing like that. And this allows you, because this also interlinks with the kata. So it does help you some in your fighting. Did that answer your question, Bob? John? Yeah. No, you don't. It's like this. Here was the technique. Come here, look. The technique was this way. He punches for me. 1, 2, 3, 4. That was the technique. So you should, yeah, because these techniques, he's punching fast. I just hit here, see? And then I touch 1, 2, and you know, there are chokes and things can be done from this area. I'm just not doing them. We'll have that. That'll be a later game. There's a lot of stuff, a lot of variables here, because you can recombine these. For example, I could have everybody step this way and punch with the left hand. I mean, I could just say, that, okay, punch with either hand you want to. Step out, you're standing here, punch me. Use either handy thing, and then I can put them together again, right, with some kind of reasonable philosophy. True? You gotta have a question. Yeah. The throw. Yeah, that's just the Uchimata. Come here, Bob. The technique is actually, I was pulling from here, and it's a real sharp pull. I'm actually pulling this way really hard, and actually not pulling at all. I'm pushing, and I'm catching him and riding him on my hip. Now, there's the throws are rollers and drivers, and this happens to be a roller. So this is not a driving technique. Not like like a guys take the foot in here like this, and they'll take this, and this becomes a driver. You see, this is not a driver. This is a roller. In effect, I'm rolling him up on my leg over his leg. So when I kick here, and he's cooperating a little bit because I'd have to give him one hell of awful harder yank if he wasn't cooperating. But I'm pushing. See, I've wrapped it and I'm pushing. 1. See, yeah, like that. So I'm really bringing him up on my back here again, Bob. I'm bringing him up on my leg. I'm in effect side kicking up between his leg. Watch. He's going to be up on my thigh. Can you see? Be up here as I'm kicking. Watch. 1. See, that way. I bring him up on my leg and then I turn him over. Okay. Okay. Back there, Larry. No question? Okay, we're done with the session.